And it'll take us about 10 minutes start to finish, and I'm gonna cheat because part of this is already made. Sweet. You can't beat Mother Nature, let's be honest. But, you know, you're like, man, I want mine to look good. My grandmother, she's 90, and she's one of those people who can make roses just happen. And she's not one of those people who's always out there fretting over them and working on them. And I'll go over and she'll have roses this big, like in a, you know, in a jelly jar. And you can smell them across the whole room, and they're just like perfect. You know, they're yellow, these tiny faded pink. You know, I'm just like, I try. And they look good when I do them, but they don't look like that. I mean, they're good, but then you see that and you're like, I have some work to do. I have hair in my face. So much of the paper I use is handmade paper. I have paper that comes from Nepal, from Germany. Most of the stuff comes from Germany. So it's kind of funny that they're international travelers. By the time they get here, they've come from around the globe. Half of, you know, some of the paper, not all of it, but you know, it's come from all over the world, and it ends up here in a little bitty Stillwater, and then it goes back out. Like the flowers back here are going to Mali in Western Africa. So they have these kits done. They have to do a lot more time in shipping out 10 do-it-yourself kits. My favorite is that the time I ship paper flowers to China, because you know when you go to the store, like the dollar store has all these little paper flowers that say made in China, and I'm shipping flowers to a wedding in China. I just thought paper flowers, China. That one just was kind of one of those moments like that just seems a little surreal. I don't know. My husband still buys me real fresh flowers, and it's so sweet. And then I feel so bad at the end of the week because they're wilted, and I have to, you know, I know they're going to be thrown out, or my mother comes in the door and starts sneezing, you know. And I love them, and they're beautiful, and it's so sweet of him. And actually, it's kind of a joke at our house. Like when he brings me flowers, like I'll start looking to see what they are, and he's like, you can't take them apart. You have to just let them go through their natural course and die, and you cannot disassemble them to see how to make new ones. You know, this was never something I intended to do. This is never something I knew I could do or that I would be turning into a business. So it's kind of been an interesting ride for my family. You know, we didn't expect that I would be working full-time at the university and working full-time, you know, in the living room, in the kitchen, and, you know, as soon as I got home. Yeah, I never intended to be in weddings. I never occurred to me, and somebody asked if I could do it. A research editor happened to see it on Twitter, and that picture that I had posted of it on Twitter or something like that. And yeah, it just kind of went from there. We have to make it not too straight and perfect, but here you go.